What was your father's full name?
Harold Davis, I think.
And your mother's full maiden name?
Willie Bryan Harris. You know Grandma. I can remember one of my first Christmases. It was the night before Christmas, and I heard the noise out on the front porch, and I ran out there, and somebody had put this bicycle out there for me for my birthday, or for Christmas, and I said, "Oh, I almost got Santa Claus out there, you know."
What a marvelous age we live in.
Heartbeat, fire in the middle. Heartbeat, poor man's griddle. Heartbeat, sizzling soup. Oh, what will I do? Whack, dilly bop bop bop. Heartbeat, stinging like a busy bee. Drop beat, smoke like a chimney. Heartbeat, burning terribly. Nearly make...
Well, I went to Freeze Avenue. The first I remember it was at Avalon and Anaheim Boulevards, if you can believe that.
In Wilmington?
In downtown Wilmington.
Really?
An elementary school, and I remember I thought I was so smart because they asked some of the kids questions in that class like, can you count 1 to 12 forwards and backwards or something like that? And I did it just like that, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. And a lot of kids have trouble with that. You know.
There you go.
And I was just a little kid. Oh, and I can remember it up at Inglewood. It seemed like I was in Inglewood in a school. And boy, the teacher was asking us kids questions, and I kept putting my hand up, and I had all the answers, you know, but she got tired of asking me, so the teacher sort of bypassed me and asked some of the other kids, but I thought I was going to answer all those questions. And Mrs. Francis was our principal, and I loved her. She was the nicest thing, yeah.
What do you remember about her?
That she spoke very softly and quietly and slowly and closed her eyes. And I could make movements when she had her eyes. And then I don't remember my dad until he came to visit me in Wilmington. And he surprised me. I was at Freeze Avenue School. Mrs. Francis, the principal, called me in. She said, "Harold, do you know this man?" I said, I looked at him and I said, "Yeah, that's my dad." And so, you know, she was checking to make sure. So I think she gave him permission to take me out of school or something. And he had an Auburn, a big, beautiful Auburn car.
What color was
Fancy.
it?
Oh, I don't know, but it was a beauty.
My how they fly, Lucy, all of them gone, nothing but blue skies from now on.
Harold Sr. was a high roller in his younger days. After the crash of 29, he settled in as a bus driver.
Somebody gave Mother a Model T Touring, and we lived out on West Anaheim in a hotel upstairs, and somebody stole the Model T.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
It sounds like you moved around a lot.
Yeah, we did. But, you know, we were one step ahead of the rent collector. Between B Street and Anaheim, and we lived way down in there
That
somewhere.
was a
So
long way.
2 little courts two courts facing each other. And we were in the back one, I remember, on one side. And I walked up to the school, Friesandler School. Oh, I can remember one time I was walking back. We lived on 1033 West O Street, which was a dirt street, and it became Pacific Coast Highway, 4 lanes paved later on. But when it was still a dirt street, I was walking from downtown Wilmington up Wilmington Boulevard, and it was in 33. I was 10 years old. I think it was 33 because it was during the Longshore strike. I remember this. And it was a car full of guys, 2 cars full of guys, and one was chasing the other. And they were longshore strikers chasing scabs that were working, non-union scabs working on the waterfront. They were going to beat the hell out of them.
And you were 10 years old and you saw that?
I saw them go by, and then I'll never forget that. And the car with the longshoreman in it had a rumble seat, and the police stopped him somehow later on, further up the street, I guess, for racing or something, and questioned him. And I noticed one of the guys in that car threw a bottle out in the field. He had a half pint of whiskey or something.
Yeah.
So I didn't tell the police.
Did you retrieve it?
No, I just saw it. From 1033 West O Street, yeah, I walked to junior high school, I walked over to Banning High School, and I walked through a cornfield. I can remember, let's see, 33, I was 10, I might have been 35 or 38, 37. Every time it rained, the mud puddles would freeze, ice. It was cold. The winters were very cold. And I walked through this cornfield on my way to Banning High School, Banning Junior High School. Yeah, I like track. But I was too young, and I never really got into sport. Oh yeah, there was Eugene Patz, coach, Gus Gerson, coach, and Peaches Hansen. And Peaches Hansen had a paddleboard. Boy, when you did something wrong, you bent over and you got swatted, and he'd lift you right up off the ground with that paddleboard.
Were you a troublemaker?
No. I'm one of the nicest people I know. One time, we went down to, it was Wilmington Airport. It's where Harvard College is now. And it was a big field with a dirt landing strip for airplanes. And out behind that, there was a grape vineyard. And myself and a couple other guys, I don't remember who they were, but we were stealing grapes, and we put them in a burlap sack. And the farmer came after us, and I had to carry the sack. I had it over one shoulder, and I was running for my life. He chased us. He must have chased us 2 or 3 miles, because he chased us past the mud pits, across what is now Pacific Coast Highway. It wasn't there then. It was a dirt road, and over to a Hyperion plant that had what looked like a dirt road. And the dirt road turned out to be a canal with water with scuzzy foam on top that looked like mud. And it was Hyperion sewage. And the guys in front of me dropped right straight down into it. I stopped before I got to it. But they climbed out, and we kept running. And the bushes brushed all that crap off of them and got it on me, and we smelled like hell. I got the hell beat out of me when I got home.
And you didn't even jump in.
And I didn't even bring home any grapes because I got rid of them. They were dragging me down.
That's one
Yeah, I remember that trip. That was quite a thing. I made a pierhead jump. I used to look at the papers, and in the papers say, SS such and such berth was going to leave at midnight. So I'd go down there with a packed sea bag, and I'd stand there, and if somebody didn't show up, well, they usually did, drunk, or they carry them aboard or something. But finally, one day, this was summer of '41, I was one night I was down there, and they were just starting to pick up the gangway, and I asked the mate up on the ship, I said, is everybody aboard? And he says, not everybody, kid, you want to make a trip? And I said, yeah. He said, jump on, and I jumped on the gangway, and I made a trip to Honolulu and back. As a matter of fact, they tried to pull me off the ship in Honolulu because they had a union hall there, but I stayed aboard ship. I didn't even go ashore that first trip, and then I got to ride the ship back to California and got off in Wilmington. Then I made another trip up the coast, and then I joined the Navy, and that was a big mistake because I got more trouble in that Navy than you could shake a stick at. Oh, I never got off the West Coast. I started at Roosevelt-based Terminal Island, and I was a deckhand on a officer's motorboat, no, a 40-foot motor launch. And we ran from up, the ships were anchored inside the breakwater to Pico Street Landing, and then in Long Beach, and then I asked for a transfer, and I got, let's see, I went from there to lighter than air, Santa Ana, and I was chasing blimp bases around. And then I drove the mooring mast because I got tired of chasing blimps in the middle of the night. One time I got in trouble. I'll tell you about that. I got in trouble a lot. But this one time, I wasn't supposed to be on duty, but I had to stay aboard. I stayed on the base because I was restricted or something. So they said, everybody get in the truck, and it was 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. They had to wait for the mooring, the asphalt out there to cool off before the blimp could get down close enough to the ground for the kids to grab the mooring lines and pull it down and tie it to the mooring mast. So they had to do it at night when it cooled off. So I climbed up in the truck, but I didn't have anything to do. So I climbed down the other side of the truck and went back to bed. So this chief bosun's mate came back and drug me out of bed. He says, we don't have anybody to drive the tractor, and we couldn't find you out there, so he said, I knew where to look for you. I put in for a transfer, and I got heavier than air. And I went up to, let's see, I started, we got on a train, and we went to Sandpoint, Seattle. Sandpoint, Seattle, and I got into a turret gunner's job on a TBM, torpedo bomber. And boy, I liked that. And I was going to go fight that war, you know. And I got real good at it when we were shooting at sleeves. They used to paint the bullets on each plane different colors, and then they could count the sleeves that were hit with these bullets. And I got a real high score with this 50 caliber machine gun. And so I was doing great then. Oh yeah. I was doing fine until I went ashore down in Port Angeles, Washington. Met some people. We pooped around, missed the last bus back. So this girl says, well, I'll drive you back, but I don't have enough gas. Gas was rationed. I don't have enough gas to make the round trip. I said, well, I'll get you some gas when we get there. So I snuck out on the base, opened the bomb bay doors to my torpedo bomber, got 5 gallons of gas out, and I turned around to take it back to her, and this Marine says, what are you doing? He was a guard, you know. So I got 15 days bread and water for that. Well, I talked the Marine into letting me give her the gas, and she drove home. I was so stubborn, and I got in trouble more times. After I got out of the Navy, I started shipping out again, and went to Catalina every summer. Oh yeah, that was from about 1945 to 1950, every summer.
26 miles across the sea, Santa Catalina is a waiting for me. Santa Catalina, the island of romance, 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 romance. Water all around it, everywhere. Tropical breeze and the South Sea air. But for me, the thing that's the I worked for anyone, even the Navy, who would go my island queen.
So I shipped out in the wintertime, and then I'd go to Carolina and play volleyball, go diving, and party.
I can leave the wings, but I need the guitar for romance, 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 romance. 26 miles across the sea.
Then I met your mother, and your mother got serious. She says, I'm going to marry that guy. And I said, but I don't want to get married. I said, I wouldn't make a good husband, and I wouldn't make a good father, and I really don't think we should get married. And she insisted. And I caught a ship, got out of town, but then she kept writing, and she waited for me, and I came back and moved in, and we got married.
40 kilometers in the leafy old boat.
One trip with, when Craig was little, I got a baby bond from the Union. I made a coastwise trip up the coast and came back. Oh, he was saying Dada when I left. And when I got back, Mom was out on the dock with Craig in her arms, and she said, who's that? And he looked and he says, that's a man. He didn't know who his father was. I said, that's it, I'm going to quit going to sea. And that's when I reformed. I said, well, I'm going to raise a family now. My son, you know, he was born in '52. I said, so I'm going to quit partying and quit doing wrong, and I did. I went to work and started doing the right thing. And slowly but surely became a nice guy. I'm one of the nicest people I know. I got a job driving truck, hauling new Fords into Arizona. Remember I used to come down there with a trailer full of, come by the house with a trailer full of new cars? Craig, he was a beautiful baby, and so were you, and so was Tina. And from then on, it was family. I did everything for my family, that's all.
Tina was weeks old here. I'd like to ham it up. This is in Ohio, when we visited Torrance Beach on the swings. Those swings aren't there anymore. You got Mama dodging. And then here's Tina. I think he made her cry. I don't know.
I would make up little stories to get your imagination going. I'd say, well, now, you have to be careful of these giant lizards and snakes down in here, you know. And there's a beehive. There was a swarm of bees on the cliff there. And I said, no, we got to watch out for those bees because they might. And boy, you kids just listened to every word I said in those days. Well, come on, Mom, let's throw the kids in the car and let's go up to Big Bear and go skiing. It was Loftus's cabin we rented. Loftus's cabin.
I remember.
And we had a toboggan run down there. Yeah, Walt Harrison and we were playing,
Firebolt.
what was that game? Scrabble?
Password.
Yeah, password, just password. And Walt Harrison and I were partners, and I had to give him a clue. Well, the word was goat. And so I had to give him a clue for the word goat. So I said, wire rope. And he said, goat. And they said, how can you get goat out of wire rope? I said, well, there's a longshoreman that lisps. And he says, wire rope. And his nickname is Goat. And Walt Harrison, and we beat him, you know, and they said, that's not fair. I used to take you up on the Kern River.
This was in Horse Meadow. We camped and parked right near Frank Knapp's cabins. Those old rock cabins in the background there.
Love and marriage, they go together like a horse and carriage. This I'll tell you.
Oh, well, that's when we were family. See, when I settled down and went to work, we did everything together.
Fairy tales can come true. It can happen to you if you're young at heart. For it's hard, you will find, to be narrow of mind if you're young at heart. You can go.
Here comes my favorite dad line. You're in an accident looking for a place to happen.
Laugh when your dreams fall apart at the seams, and life gets more exciting with each passing day. And love is either in your heart or on its way. Don't you know that it's worth every treasure on earth to be young at heart? For as rich as you are, it's much better by far to be young at heart. And if you should survive to 105, look at all you'll derive out of being alive. And here is the best part, you have a head start if you are among the very young at heart. And if you should survive to 105, look at all you'll derive out of being alive. And here is the best part, you have a head start if you are among the very young at heart.
Keep trying anyway, huh?
Uh-huh.
I have to keep trying. The rocking chair will get me if I don't. You better preserve these, because this might be my last trip.
Oh, no.
Tell them the story about the big magnet.
Oh, the mag, yeah. At Long Beach 31, I'm big mag, you know, and I'm throwing scrap in the hatch. They starting on auxiliary engine down below.
Yeah.
And it's right at my level.
Yeah.
Smoke coming in, exhaust, shut it down. I went aboard ship, I said, hey, you cannot run that generator when I'm crane operating here.
Right.
He says, okay, we'll shut it down. I pooped around a little bit and walked slowly around the dock, and I crawled back up in the thing, and I closed the window. Here comes the smoke. So I picked the mag up, get this, picked the mag up, went over, set it on top of the exhaust. They come running out of the engine room. Smoke, we're on fire.
Man.
They shut that goddamn engine off.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. Little food for
Oh,
thought.
those were the good old days.
He's about ready to start it up. Over there you can see him turning it around. There he goes. All right, Grandpa. That's our Gramps. He's water skiing. And he's gonna drop it.
Oh, Mr. Moon, moon, bright and shiny moon, won't you please shine down on me? Oh, Mr. Moon, moon, bright and shiny moon, quit your hiding behind that tree. There's a man behind you with a big shotgun. Your life's in danger, so you better run. Oh, Mr. Moon, moon, bright and shiny moon, won't you please shine down on me? Talk about your shining, won't you please shine down on me?
Hi, Daddy.
That's funny.
What?
Wave to the camera.
Let me see it.
That's our dad.
Good morning, Dad.
Morning, son.
How you doing?
Oh, I did pretty good.
Yeah? Did you eat your breakfast?
Did what?
Did you enjoy your breakfast?
Yeah.
What was the best part?
Oh, water.
Water. How you feeling?
What?
How do you feel?
How do I deal with what?
No, how are you feeling this morning?
Oh,
You feeling good?
feeling good.
Yeah?
Cold. Yeah.
Rest in peace, Daddy-O. I love you.